Close the door.
Come on, man. Let's go play. Come on.
Hey guys, I'm just gonna wait a couple seconds. Hi, hello. Just gonna wait a couple seconds to give people some time to join us. Where's my little pillow? Hey. How is everyone doing on this Tuesday? It's Fat Tuesday for me, guys. I'm from New Orleans, but I didn't do carnival this year. My health was more important. Next year, though, I'm actually going to be riding on the floats. So if you guys come to New Orleans, I'll definitely share all that information with you guys. Next year, I will be riding with a crew, and it's going to be so fun. So, yeah. But, yeah, thank you guys so much for all your love and support thus far. Like, I literally just started this page 30 days before surgery. So it literally has been 37 days since I've had this page. And I'm so appreciative to everyone that's following my page, that supports me, that gives me love, that gives me, encouragement. I initially started this page and it was private, and I didn't intend on sharing any of this with anyone. It was really just to document my journey. In real life, I am a photographer, so documenting is just what I do. Like, it's all I know. That's the only thing I know to do, is to document, because that's my life. So I wanted to document my own journey so that, later in life, I could look back on it and, see where it goes. But after really thinking, like, I'm a very positive person, and I'm a people person, and thinking about it, I was like, you know what? There's so many people out here that have inspired me, through their journey. I need to share and inspire someone else who may have been in the same position that I was, before I decided to do this myself. So that's why I decided to go ahead and start sharing and, allowing people to follow my journey, which the page is still private, and I do intend on keeping it private for a while, because as of now, like, my close friends and family, my Facebook family, my clients, people that, know me in my business, no one knows about any of this. So you guys are special. Yes. So, I don't want this live to be too long, because I know it's the end of the day. People probably have been at work, and I know it's about to be like TV time. So I just want to quickly go over the questions. I received, as of now, 17 questions. So thank you guys. Y'all are awesome. And hopefully I can answer questions to people who didn't send in questions, who may have been thinking some of these things, but just, didn't ask. And that's okay. So let's get straight into it. All right. So I organized the questions I'm very organized, guys, so don't judge me. But I organized them where it kind of makes sense and it flows. So, like, basically, pre deciding to get a surgery, then once I decided to get a surgery, how was pre-op, then leading into surgery. So it all kind of flows, so all the answers and the questions will make sense, and it's not going to be like all over the place. I can't stand when stuff is all over the place. So hey everyone, hello to everyone who I did not get to greet. So I'm going to go ahead and get this going. All right, so first question is, how old are you? I am 31, and I literally had to think about that because I forget how old I am. I completely forget my age all the time. So I'm 31. My birthday is March. I will be turning 32 next month. All right. What size were you before surgery? Prior to surgery, I was a 22, and I was pushing a 24, but I refused. I have one pair of 24s. and they're my favorite jeans, but they were boyfriend cut jeans and not stretchy at all. They were a non-stretch jean. So I think I was, I probably was a solid 24 because those jeans fit good and they didn't stretch. But because all jeans nowadays stretch, I could get like a 20, 22. So a lot of people may not believe that I was 311 pounds because I've always carried my weight really well per se, and I only wore clothes that complemented my style, my shape. I know that a lot of plus size women sometimes wear things that are not flattering to their body style. That was never my case. I've always been very conscious of wearing things that complement my shape and my body. So that's probably why most people never would know that I was 311 pounds. Because I definitely feel like I carried it well. So if I feel like I carried it well, the world, I'm assuming, would feel the same way. Because usually we're harder on ourselves. So do you have a goal size? Yes, my goal size is a 8'10". That's what I would like to be. I feel like that's a great space. I have very thick thighs and I have a donk. My husband is shaking his head. He's just ridiculous. But yeah, I do have a butt and I don't intend on losing it. I hope not. But if I do, it is what it is. But I have very thick thighs and a big butt. So I feel like a size 10 is going to be a decent size for me. If I get smaller than that, that's fine too. To be honest, this journey is more about health than anything else. So whatever God wants me to be, that's what I'll be. And let's see, next question. Why did you choose Mexico? Okay, so just to make this a shorter version, I chose Mexico because I am self-employed. And while my insurance did cover the surgery, after I started visiting surgeons in the U.S., I quickly found out that U.S. bariatric surgeons are very particular about the insurances that they accept. And most of them, you still have a copay. Like with the insurance I have, because I'm self-employed, I don't have like a group plan and stuff like that. So insurance is a lot different when you're self-employed. Well, by the time I looked into the surgeons here, it was basically still going to be self-pay per se because the surgeon I wanted didn't accept the insurance that I have. So his fee, and I'm very open, I'm an open book, his fee was $16,100. Yes, and that was cash. And the day I met with him, I had to pay him $150. So I had to pay $150 just to meet with him, to be assessed. And honestly, they didn't even do anything. Like, they weighed me. I sat in the room, watched a little video, like 2 minutes. He came in. He said, "You're in great health." I was like, okay, how do you know? You didn't do anything. But anyways, he's like, "You're in great health. You're a great candidate. I think that the sleeve will be perfect for you." I'm like, okay, all right, sounds good. He's like, "So when you want to schedule?" I'm like, "Schedule? I just realized that I'm even interested." So, whoa, horsey, like, we got to slow down. And basically, he sent me to his little office manager. She gave me all the paperwork. They were literally like, "You can schedule next week." Because I wasn't required by any insurance because I was going to be a cash self-pay client to do anything. So when you're self-pay, you don't have to do the 6 months and all that. You literally can walk into any bariatric surgeon's office, and if you have the money in your pocket, you can be scheduled tomorrow. Well, let me not exaggerate. He was saying that I had to do, I would have had to do one, I think it was a blood test, blood work, and then one meeting with a bariatric psychic, I think, one meeting. But regardless, he still was like, "We can get you in next week." So thanks for the hearts. That is so cute. This is my first live. I just saw the hearts and I was like, "This is so cute. Thank you guys so much." So yeah, so that's why the US thing was one of those things where I was like, "Oh my God, I gotta pay $16,000. How am I gonna pay $16,000 cash?" So initially I was like, you know what? It's for my health. I probably spent $16,000 on food last year. So I'm going to save this money up and I'm going to do it. Well, then what happened was I was like, how the frick long is it going to take me to save up $16,000? I figured it would take me like at least half the year or more. So I knew that I was fed up with this already and I was ready to get this done sooner than later. So I knew a couple people who had surgery in Mexico. It was never like Mexico was not even an option. It never even crossed my mind. I hadn't even thought about it. But then when I started looking at those dollars and how long it would take me to save it, I was like, maybe Mexico isn't such a bad idea. So I talked to a couple of my friends, Facebook friends, people I knew that had done it. And I just heard everybody had such a great experience. So I was like, you know what? Let me not be ignorant, okay? Let me not be ignorant. Let me go and do my own research and figure this out. Because quite honestly, I was being very ignorant to weight loss surgery in Mexico because I didn't know anything about it. And I think that's what happens with most of us. We hear surgery in Mexico and we hear all these bad things about Mexico being unsafe for US citizens and blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, people have been going to Mexico for health purposes and surgeries for years. And we are just now, it's becoming a bigger thing now because social media and, the internet now. But this has been a thing. And I had to do my own research. And that's what I say to everyone who may be considering it. Do your own research and don't judge a person that goes to Mexico to get their surgery done versus someone that goes in the US, because the same complications that you can have in the US, you can have in Mexico, vice versa. You can have the same complications in the US and not have any complications in Mexico. So do your research and educate yourself and then see how you feel about it later. That's what I had to do with myself because I was definitely ignorant to surgery in Mexico. And once I got my research done, I felt so much better. I was like, whoa, this is a thing. Like, this country is like probably running off of bariatric surgeries. Like, so many people go there. So that's kind of the whole why I chose Mexico thing in a nutshell. And yeah, I'm happy with my decision at this point, y'all, because I didn't have no complications. I am just so grateful to God. I prayed so much that God would give me a complication-free surgery. That's how, like, everything along this journey just fell into place. And I think that's how I knew that I made the right decision. That's how, like, I'm the type of person, I go off of my gut. I go off of my intuition. And if something goes wrong in the process of me doing something that I decided to do, I take it and I process it. And I'm like, okay, is this God or is this the devil? Which one? Is this a roadblock for a reason? Or should I just, walk over this little roadblock? So with my situation, I literally didn't run into any issues, no complications, planning, everything fell into place. So I just, in my spirit, I felt like this was where I was supposed to be. And thank God, because everything went so well, so well. So I was rambling. Thank you for the hearts. I love the freaking hearts. Like, oh, the hearts are giving me life right now, y'all. I love them. Okay, so next question is, how did you decide on your surgeon? So deciding on my surgeon was one of those test of fate things as well. So I spoke to 5 people that I knew that had gone to Mexico for their surgery. 2 people went to the surgeon I went to. 1 person went to another surgeon, and then 2 people went to a surgeon as well, a different surgeon as well. No, 4 people. I spoke to 4 people. It was 2 went to the surgeon I went to, 1 went to another doctor, and 1 went to a separate doctor. So 3 different surgeries, 3 different surgeons were on my radar. Of the 3, the 2 women that went to the company I went to, that I ended up going with, I was already looking at them because I had done my own research online. So when they told me that that was who they went to, it was like a bonus. It was a plus. So already my company was in the win. But still, I wanted to continue to do my research because what's good for one person may not be good for the next. So I still wanted to, consider other options. So there was this other surgeon that I was looking at, and the one of the other girls went to him. So it was like, okay, so one person I know went to this person, and this is somebody I found online. So I found all these companies. I had 4 companies that I was considering, and then of the 4, 2 of them were 2 companies that the people I knew went to. So I told my friends, I said, whoever responds first to my inquiry, that's who I'm gonna go with. Simple as that. And I put in my information, I inquired, and literally I was driving in the car from Walmart, and I said to my husband, I said, whoever calls me first, that's who I'm gonna go with. And the phone rung, and it was my company. I was like, it was like God came down and was like, oh, that's the company, that's who you need to go with. So I went with the company I went with, and everything else has been history. So that's how I chose. And to be honest, the other company, of the 2, the other surgeon, he never responded. Like, I never got a response from his online inquiry form, which is like, oh, excuse me, it's kind of like, okay. And he's really popular, but I never got a response. So that says something for me. That meant that he wasn't the right one for me. Okay. So next, we're going to move on. All right, so was the surgery expensive? Compared to $16,100? No, not at all. My surgery, and I'm very open, this is all public information you can find on the website. My surgery was $4,500, and overall, I probably spent about $5,500 across the, travel and everything. Well, you know what? Actually, I probably only spent $5,000. Actually, now that I think about it, because my flights, y'all, I'm telling you, God is the plug. I did not even have to pay for my flights. I have, once again, I'm self-employed. I travel a lot in my business, and I have a Southwest credit card. So with my Southwest credit card, I had a ton of miles that I had never used. I had been saving them, and I'm like, oh, we're going to go to Paris. I don't know. We're going to go somewhere on these miles. So I was thinking, and I was like, man, I got to buy these flights. I got to pay for this recovery house. I got to pay for all this stuff. So I told my husband, I was like, oh my God, the miles, the Southwest points. So I went on there. I didn't pay 1 cent for my flights, and I still have miles left. So my flights were free because I used my points. So get creative. If you are considering this, if you have a business, not a business credit card, but if you have a credit card that offers some type of miles, see if you can use them to travel for your surgery if you're considering going to Mexico. That's exactly what I did. So $4,500 was the surgery. I had to pay $130 for the beach recovery house, and then my medicine was $50, and then the rest of the money I think I gave in tips. So yeah, I didn't really spend that much. I guess 5,000, or a little less than 5,000 probably. I didn't even really keep up with it. I can check it later. But anywho, so yes, that's how much. I'm going to Mexico for my surgery too, but I'm going alone. Do you think I'll be okay? Yes, I absolutely do think you will be okay. Now, I can only speak for my company. The experience that I have is only with Pompey Surgical. That is who I use. Pompey Surgical. They have an amazing website, tons of information on their website. It's one of the things that drew me to them because I am a business owner. Your website is important. Your website should answer every single question a person has. So I found everything I needed on their website, but you'll go on to the website if you're considering surgery. You will find everything you need to know on that website. But because I only have experience with them, and if you go with that company, if you're looking into surgery in Mexico, I can for sure say yes, you will be a-okay by yourself. The staff is so attentive. They're so amazing. It's just like they genuinely care. Or at least I feel like they genuinely care, I don't know, but I had a great experience. And the only time I feel like I really needed somebody with me was when I was taking my showers. But they're nurses, so they would help you. It was just because I'm a scary cat. Like, Super scary cat. I'm a big baby, okay? So when I was taking my shower, I was scared that the drain tube, the little tube that was hanging, was gonna fall out, or I was afraid to bend over, which today, as of today, I'm still scared to bend over. I have yet to bend over yet. I'm just scared I'm gonna pop my sleeve open and then I'm gonna die. So I haven't bent over yet. I'm like, I'm gonna heal for 2 weeks before I bend over because this sleeve ain't going nowhere. So I think that having my husband with me, oh, look, y'all, I just realized I couldn't see y'all's comments because it was still at the top. Let me see. Okay. I'll go through some of these comments in a second. Let me finish up the questions and then I'll go through the comments. So yeah, having someone come with you would be good if you could, but if you can't bring someone with you, if you're going to Mexico, you'll be fine. Hopefully the company you use is similar to the company I used. But yeah, I think you'll be fine because you're really in the hands of real nurses and you're in the hands of real people who work in the medical field. I mean, it's no different than the U.S. If you went into surgery on your own in the U.S., your nurses would help you. It's literally the same thing. So yeah. All right. I'm going to answer questions from here in a second. Let me finish up my list because there's a lot of them on here. All right. So the next one is, I saw you had a seat between you and your husband with Southwest. Did they provide you with an extra seat or did you have to pay for it? With Southwest, the reason why we had a seat in between is because I got on, like I boarded in the A group and I went all the way to the back so that it was less likely for someone to sit with us. And my husband sat on one end and I sat on the other. So we were kind of like, you sure you want to sit right here? Are you sure? So we was giving everybody a stank face, like, don't sit your ass over here. This is a situation, okay? So yeah, so nobody sat between us. So it worked out because I was able to like stretch out. We were so freaking tired. We were so tired. So it was so good that nobody sat between us because it would have been just ridiculous. So yeah, that's how we got the extra seat in between. But I do know certain size people, they do make you pay for two seats. Or you can call in advance, I believe, and let them know that you're traveling for surgery and they could give you some type of special thing. I don't know really, but no, my seat was just because we gave everybody stank face and implied that it wasn't going to be good for them to sit next to us. So yeah. Okay. So next question. Was the pre-op diet challenging? Nope. Pre-op was absolutely just easy as pie. I had no problem on pre-op. Pre-op was just like a breeze. I thought it was going to be hard. I had energy. I was like, I think I had already made my mind up. I think everything with weight loss, guys, let's just start over. Weight loss is mental. It's mental before it's physical. If your mind is made up, you're good. Like if your doctor said that you couldn't have nothing to drink for 3 days, you're going to not have nothing to drink for 3 days and you're going to be fine because you've already mentally prepared yourself for it. I mentally prepared for this journey. So for pre-op, I was like in heaven. That broth tastes like a 5-star meal. I mean, everything I had, it was just delicious. I had no issues on pre-op at all. All right. How long was your pre-op diet? I had to do pre-op for 14 days. So I was on liquids, solid, just all liquids for 14 days. There was an option the first week, the first 7 days of my particular pre-op diet, where I could have eaten 4 ounces of lean meat, whether it was chicken, fish, roast beef, or whatever. I chose not to do that because I really wanted to like test my strength during this journey. So I didn't eat the meat at all. I just stuck to my liquids. Okay, what's next? Did you find pre-op beneficial in preparing for your surgery? I did. I feel like pre-op helped me mentally prepare for eating less mentally. I think it helped prepare me for what I was going to have to do after surgery because I'm on liquids another 2 weeks. Yeah, so I'll have by the time I'm done with this next week, I'll have been on liquids for 4 weeks. I know. Yesterday, y'all, I wanted a meatball so bad. I was just like, I just want to taste it. I just want to chew it up and spit it out. I want a freaking meatball. I cooked spaghetti and meatballs for my family the other night, and I cooked it and didn't have no issues. But then that next day, I was like, oh my God, those were like my best meatballs ever. And I just want to taste it. Like, I just want to lick it. But I ate some yogurt and I drank some broth, and I got over it. But I have one more week of liquids. Oh, and also in preparing for surgery, I was focused on making sure that my liver was not a fatty liver. I didn't know what my liver looked like. I was scared that I was going to have a fatty liver. And I was like, I don't want the surgeon to be like, oh, this girl got a fatty liver. She got a fatty liver, y'all. We're going to have to work hard on this one. No, I wanted him to go in and have an easy canvas. I wanted him to be happy with my pre-op process so that I made it easy on him, because I feel like if it's easy for the surgeon, then it's going to be easy for me. Complications start when you don't prepare your body for surgery. My body was completely prepared for surgery. So that may have helped, which is why I had a great surgery, so yes. Let's see. How was the barium swallow test? The barium swallow test was easy for me as well. If you look at my video, I posted the on YouTube. I posted the entire process, and I even say after I'm leaving out, I'm like, oh, that was easy. Like, they tell you have to take 2 gulps, and I think that's because most people can't swallow that much in the beginning because you're still swollen and tight. But I didn't really know how much I could swallow because that was the first time I swallowed anything. So I took a big gulp like normal, and it went down, and it didn't hurt, but it got kind of stuck, and it was like almost like okay, let me see how I can explain it. Okay, TMI, but when you have like a bowel movement, when if you're a little constipated-ish, that it's about to pass, and you're like, oh, there it goes, and then it passed. That's how it felt. It was like I could tell it was stuck, and then it slowly started coming out, and then started dripping into my stomach area, and then I was good. And then I just started burping up air after that. But it was very easy. And people say that the barium liquid or whatever, the contrast is nasty. It didn't taste nasty to me. It tastes normal. It just tastes like medicine. I mean, people are so extra. Like, just don't be extra about it, okay? Like, be positive. Go in there. You got to drink it. It's just medicine, and it tastes like medicine. I mean, what do you want it to taste like? Like, freaking apples? I don't know. Like, I don't get it. I don't know why people are so extra when they describe certain things. But yeah, it was easy, guys. The barium swallow was not a problem at all. Were you afraid of having complications? Hell to the yes. Of course I was. What? Yes. Child. All the nights I stayed up, I was just like, oh, Lord Jesus, I'm healthy. Like, while I was 311 pounds, I still didn't have any health complications. Like, I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have diabetes. I don't have anything. Like, I was just fat. I was just fat, y'all. So every day I'm like, oh God, is this the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? Like, do I need to do this? Can I do this on my own? Like, I'm about to take all my stomach out. Like, seafood season ain't gonna be the same. I'm not gonna be able to eat my 10 pounds of crawfish no more. Like, all those things went in my head. I was thinking about my baby. Like, oh my God, am I gonna die in Mexico? Oh Lord. Like, yes, I was afraid of complications. And then YouTube don't help, because you got all these people, all these big babies that's whining about barium swallow tasting nasty and it's a complication. Like, no. Yeah, no. But yes, I was absolutely scared of complications, because complications are real. There are real complications. But overall, I just prayed and I trusted that this was where I was supposed to be. And I just went in with a very positive attitude from start to finish. I stayed positive throughout the entire process from start to finish. Even like right now, like while I have no issues and I'm doing really good, I know that later on things could still happen, like the hair loss thing. People have issues with nutrition. Like, I'm still not out the woods, but I'm just staying positive, and I'm going to take whatever comes, and I'm just going to take it and handle and manage it and keep it pushing. Because what's the sense of, crying or like woe in me when all I got to do is figure it out, work through it, and move along and keep it going. So yes, but I was afraid of complications. Thank God I didn't have any. Are you experiencing any pain when drinking water/protein? Nope, no pain at all. I haven't had any pain. The only thing is that little tight spot in my sleeve. There's a spot that's in my sleeve. I can tell that it's tighter than the rest of it, where it might have been a little swollen. That when it's passing through there, it just kind of is like a little, like I got to kind of go like that to let it pass. But it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. Like I have no pain swallowing. I am learning every day how to swallow, the right amount of liquid. And I will say this, drinking the protein is definitely different from drinking like clear watery liquids. The protein, it's thicker, so it kind of, you have to take that in smaller gulps than water for sure. But I don't have any pain either way. What was the most difficult thing post-op so far? I don't know. I looked at that question and I was like, I don't know. I don't really have anything. Like, I don't really have anything that I felt was difficult so far at this point. Like, I planned for this. I prepared for this. I didn't have any complications. I feel great. So I don't really know. I guess I would say the only thing that I have been complaining about is my incision, the left side, the one where I feel like my stomach came out of. That one is just annoying. Like it's sensitive, and it's not sensitive on the outside. It's sensitive on the inside of my stomach. So it's like this weird feeling where it almost like I touch my skin, but it feels like someone's rubbing the inside of my stomach. It's weird. It's super weird. And people that have had C-sections might understand what I'm talking about, because I feel like people that have had C-sections describe the same type of pain, or not pain, but weirdness. So that would be the only thing. The incision where my stomach came out of is a little sensitive. Other than that, everything else has been gravy. And then this is the last question, and then I'll quickly go through what you guys have been writing on here. Do you have a surgeon nutritionist in the U.S. since you went to Mexico? No. So I do not have a surgeon that will be checking up on me, following up with me. I don't have anywhere where I'll be going for my 1 month post-op, 6 month post-op, none of that. I haven't even told my primary care doctor yet. My thought was this: YouTube and the internet is like the world at your fingertips. The nutritionists that are being assigned in these insurance cases for bariatric patients, they had to be educated somewhere, right? If I do my own research and I do a good enough job, then I feel like I could be my own really great nutritionist. So I'm a researcher. I'm the type of person who will like research until I get it. So I feel comfortable with knowing that I will be a great nutritionist for myself. In regards to having a bariatric surgeon, now that part, thank God I didn't have any complications. But had I had any complications, my plan was to walk into ER and say, hey, something's wrong. I need to be fixed. And guess what was going to happen? They was going to have to see me and they was going to have to treat me, because it's illegal to turn a patient away. Oops, sorry, I had a phone call coming in. So yes, it's illegal to turn a patient away. So if I would have had any problems, I just would have went to the ER and I would have just had to do what I had to do. And whatever doctor would have saw me and they would have fixed me, because that's the only option they would have had. Going forward, I am going to tell my primary care doctor. At this point, they can't tell me no. They can't tell me don't do it. If she chooses not to see me because I'm now a bariatric patient, then I'll just find somebody else. I will just keep looking until I find someone who's okay with just treating me like a normal person. I mean, the only difference is now I have a smaller stomach. I'm still Sierra. I'm still the same person. So I don't know why that would be any different. All I need her to do is check my blood work every couple months and make sure I'm not, malnutrient, like I'm not missing anything. So, Yeah. Anywho. So yeah, that was it. That was the last question. So hopefully those questions helped. I'm gonna scroll through this thing real quick and see if I see anything else that I didn't answer. So give me a second. And if you have any questions, you can type them down below real quick. Let's see. All right, I'm going back to the beginning, guys. Okay, here we go. Insurance didn't cover 12,000. Same thing. Yeah. Let's see. And thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I really put them together to help the next person. I realized in my research, I was going between like 15 to 20 different weight loss patient. And I'm just like, oh my God, like I have to look at this person and this person and that person and this person and I have to piece all this stuff together. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to document this stuff. So if anyone comes to my page, they don't have to go everywhere else to figure stuff out. Like you'll be able to get the real tea, all the information, nothing's being left out in one place. So that was my goal. And when we vlogged, I told my husband, don't turn that camera off and record everything. I'll just take out what I don't want visible. And, you know, for the most part, I didn't take much out. I shared pretty much everything. So hopefully, you know, they're very helpful. Let's see. Do you have to get leg work or EKG done here in the U.S. before you go to Mexico? No, they do everything when you get there. If you have to have an EKG, which they only require EKGs for people that are over 50, or you can request it yourself if you are a youthful person that has heart issues, you can request it. But you get everything done when you get there. Blood work and all that is done when you arrive. I was going to have my surgery, but I found out my insurance will pay for the surgery. Okay, good job. Congratulations. I'm happy that you were able to get your surgery done in the U.S. And guys, honestly, what I've learned throughout this process, surgery in the U.S. versus Mexico is really not that different, except for you're going outside of the country to get it done. The surgeons are still using the same processes, the same skill, the same everything. You just do have to do your research and find a good one. Someone that has great, you know, reviews and things like that. But I know someone who had bariatric surgery and died because they nipped her intestines. And this was not very long ago when she passed away. This was last year. So I was very, very, very thorough when I did my research because I personally knew someone who had a bad, life-threatening situation in the U.S. with a U.S. doctor. Okay, so she passed away. She's no longer with us because this doctor nipped her intestines and didn't know it, and she died from an infection. So it's real, but you know, it could happen anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You just have to trust that, you know, this is what's for you. Let's see. I'm looking for some more questions on here. I saw a couple of them. Someone said I can't smell food since I had surgery. It's weird. I can still smell it. I choose not to smell it, but I could smell it. Because I'm telling you, them meatballs, y'all, that I cooked the other day. Ooh, I wanted one of those meatballs the day after so bad. But I have heard that your senses change. A lot of people say that their taste buds change. My taste buds have not changed. Everything still tastes the same. Everything still has great flavor. I'm just good to go. I don't have any of those types of complications. Was there a language barrier? No, not really. The place I went to, they have translators full time. Some of the nurses had better English than others, and some of them didn't speak any English. So it was a lot of like hand signals and stuff like that when the translators weren't around. But the translators weren't around like only in instances where I may have just randomly walked up to a nurse and didn't know if she spoke English, and I'm asking her something, and then as soon as I ask, she automatically calls the translator. So it was never an issue for me. And I'm just a super easygoing kind of person. So I didn't have any issues with the language. It was, no language barrier because all the translators speak English very well. And the doctors, I felt, spoke well enough to communicate what needed to be communicated. And you can actually see that in my videos. I actually shared the portion where my doctor was talking to me and where his assistant was talking to me, so people could hear how they spoke and feel comfortable. If they went with that company, they could feel comfortable that they would be able to comprehend each other. You know, the doctor would know what you're saying and you would know what the doctor's saying. And I didn't have any issues with that. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. Okay, well, looks like yeah. So it looks like that's all the questions. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and this is just the beginning of my journey. You're so welcome. Thank you for watching, and thank you for participating, and thank you for, you know, all the love that you guys have shown me. Like, this weight loss community is amazing, and I'm just really sad that I initially thought to keep my story and my journey private. Like, this was the best decision to share this with people because I'm helping the next person just like some of the people before me helped me. So I'm super grateful for all of you guys that are, you know, following along my journey. I will for sure keep this page documented over the next year. And once again, I'm a photographer, so the way I think about things and the way I share things is probably going to be slightly different from the way other people share things. But just know everything I share is to help someone else while documenting my story. So, you know, like the picture I posted today with my side-by-side in the blue jeans, you know, like I share that while it's not a huge difference you can see. I know a lot of people get down on themselves if the scale isn't moving and things like that, but it's not really about that at the end of the day. And it's not about how fast you lose the weight. It's about just getting healthy, and it's about just feeling good in your skin and positive along this journey, no matter how fast or slow you're moving. So, you know, I just want to make sure that this just stays a happy place, a very informative place, and a positive place. So I will tell you guys this. Cancun Medical Holiday. What you doing? How you doing? You on here trying to make sales? I don't even know who that is. I see you. That's the entrepreneur spirit. I see you. But yeah, I will tell you guys this. Next week, I took off 2 weeks because I have something big coming up for work next week. I will be going to Bangkok. I'm going to Thailand next week, and I will be doing a lot of moving around, a lot of walking, but I am going to vlog the entire trip. So if you guys enjoyed my vlog for my weight loss, then you're really going to enjoy my Thailand vlogs because I am like so excited about it, y'all. I'm going to be working, but there's always time to vlog. So just stay tuned for that. And the purpose of my vlogs are not going to be for travel purposes. Like, it's not going to be, oh, hey, here's Thailand. It's going to be more about, I am 3 weeks post-op and I'm in Thailand. How the hell am I going to make it in Thailand 3 weeks post-op? I'll be on puree food. So, you know, I'm just excited to see where this journey takes me, but I am going to share that journey as well. I'll be there for 10 days. So, y'all be sure to follow along. Ooh, yay. Girl, all right, girl. March 23rd. My birthday is March 22nd. So you'll be having surgery the day after my birthday. But yeah. So yeah, y'all stay tuned. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. My DM is open for business. Just send me a message. I am very, very hands-on. I am on Instagram all day because of my business. My business is on Instagram. So literally I'm always on Instagram. But yeah, just let me know if you guys have any questions. And congrats to everyone who is scheduled and waiting. Enjoy the process. And I will say this, get your minds right. Get your mind where it needs to be before your pre-op starts. This is all you need, guys. Like, once you get your mind right, you're good. Like, it's going to be super easy. Everything's going to fall into place. If you have complications, you're going to be so mentally prepared for them that you're going to be able to take it in stride, and you're going to be able to walk with grace while you're going through your complications. Because I promise, if I would have had any complications, it would have been dealt with as much grace and faith as possible, because I had already mentally prepared myself. I literally told myself, if I die, then at least I died doing something that was going to better my life and my child's life, because my health was probably going to deteriorate sooner or later. Like, I probably have extended my lifespan by years by getting this weight off of me. Thank God I didn't have any health complications, but I was heading towards health complications. So, you just have to trust the process and trust in yourself and get your mind right. If you got people around you that ain't positive, if you got negative Nancy's in your circle, get rid of them, because you need positive people around you to be positive. That's where positivity comes from. Your space, your mind space. My life right now, y'all, I don't have negative people around me. Like, none. I don't tolerate negativity at all. So get your mind right and you'll be good to go. So yeah, that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am going to save it and leave it up so people that may not have been able to see this can replay it. Oh, there's the hearts again. I love those hearts, guys. This is so fun. I might have to do one of these like once a month or something. Like, these hearts are giving me so much life. I'm so easy to please, y'all. I'm super easy to please. But yeah, I'm about to post my last day of the vlog, which is day 4, which is us going home. So it just kind of wraps it all up, showing us going to Mexico, and then I'm showing us leaving. The entire process with my company is 4 days. So I'm posting all 4 days, and then I'll be done. Tomorrow is my official weigh-in day. I will be weighing myself every single Wednesday morning. So after, that morning potty, that's when I'm going to weigh myself. So I'll weigh myself every Wednesday, and I will try to do a weekly video every single week on my YouTube. Just so that I can keep track of my process and everything. Oh, see, look, someone just asked, how often will I post videos? I'm going to for sure post one video every week on a Wednesday, which will be my weekly weigh-in. So today technically is 7 days since surgery, but I feel like my 7 days is not complete. So I feel like I should be weighing myself officially 7 days after, not on the 7th day. So all my weigh-ins will be Wednesdays. I had surgery on a Tuesday, so every single Wednesday I will weigh myself, and I will do a weekly updated video. But I also have some other videos that I'm going to be sharing as well. So yeah, and then of course Thailand's coming up, so y'all just stay engaged, and it's gonna be a lit journey. We're gonna have fun together. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm so excited that I decided to share this journey, guys. I really am genuinely excited, and I'm happy for everyone that has had their surgery, and I'm happy for everyone that's going to have their surgery. Once again, just stay positive and keep positive people around you. All right, deuces.